Charlie King found out about me. He came to the block. He said, "Who's this guy named Ice that can flip so good?" I said, "Man, stand on that curve and be amazed."
Wow.
And then I did.
Sounds like you. Stand on that curve and be amazed.
No, but real talk. Those same guys, all those guys, they should get up. I should make them meet me 6 o'clock in the morning at my house, and then we go inside the abandoned building and get mattresses. Cause they wanted to learn how to flip. I said, "Well, meet me at my house 6 o'clock every morning, and I'll teach you how to flip." And they used to meet me. We went to the abandoned building, got the mattress, brought it to the block, and started practicing flipping. And I guess my fame went out everywhere. And Charlie heard about me. He lived 4 blocks up by the park where we did it. He heard about it. He came. He said, "Who's this guy that everybody's talking about?" He said, "See that little dude right there? His name is Ice. He's the guy." So he came and he said, "Man, I heard you can flip really good." I said, "Man, stand on the side of that curb and be amazed."
Wow.
And then in the middle of the street, what they call in gymnastics is called C. Like 13, 12, 13 years old. I said, stand over there and be amazed. And in gymnastics, they have this move called C move. It's a front summy, step out, round up, back and spring pike, back and spring pike, back and spring double. I did that on concrete. Ooh. He said, "Oh my God, you're incredible." I said, "Yeah, I know." And then he said, and then he said, "You got any more guys can flip like you?" I said, "No, they not like me, but I trained 10 other guys that they flip, but they're not as good as me yet." He said, "Can you introduce me to him?" I introduced him to him. He said, "Can you meet me? Can I meet your mother?" I said, "Sure." I came to the house.
Yeah, meet mom
my mother
first.
met him and everything. He said, "I'd like to, do something with your son with the circus. I have an idea." So we met at my house, and then the next day he gave me his mother's house on the Grand Concourse, Mrs. King. We met at his house, and the rest is history after that. Then he hired Nina and Mr. Friedman. They're Russian defectors from a Russian circus. They defected from Russia, and they came in and they taught us the teeterboard act. So we was mixing a teeterboard act with gymnastics and a unicycle. Teeterboard, you ever seen a circus, those guys that look like a seesaw? And
Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna see that picture of me with that. And they taught us that. And he was like, "Wow, these guys is great." So we trained for like 2 years. And then the owner of the circus, Ringling Brothers, Irving Feld, Charlie told him about us. He said, "I got a group that can do a teeterboard act. The only people that do teeterboard act is either Russian, Japanese,
That's right.
let alone African American."
Yeah.
He couldn't believe it. He got on his private jet and took his son Kenneth Feld with him and brought him to New York, came in a limousine at the YMCA on 161st because the ceiling was only high enough. So that's where we was practicing. And when he got there, the news and everybody was there, and he said, "So you're the guy that everybody's talking about, right?" I said, "Man, stand over there and be amazed." That was your thing. That was my thing. I put that there working, and I was nice, and you wasn't taking that from me, because by being short, nobody wanted to give me my props. So I worked 10 times as hard as you, because nobody wanted to give me mine. I was gonna make sure you give me mine.
Exactly.
So when Irving Feld came, he seen me and I did that triple front, triple back. He gave us a contract right there on the spot. The rest was history.
Incredible.
And that's how the second unit. Because Charlie then was in, because Ringling Brothers has 2 units, a blue unit and a red unit. The blue unit and red unit travel simultaneously. One is on the East Coast and one is on the West Coast, then they switch. So you get different.
Constantly working.
Constantly. So now we was the second unit in the second unit. Yeah. So yeah, man. And on that block I grew up on, let me tell you the block I grew up on. Billy Mitchell from the Apollo Theater was in this building. On top of him was Jimmy Castor and the Castor Bunch. Lived in the same building. Ashford and Syntham. Next door to him was Grand Wizard Theodore, the guy who invented scratching. Right. He lived here. Right on the same block, but down the hill a little bit was Larry Davis, the one that shot up the cops. Round the corner was Alan George and Fred McFarlane. You talked to Alan yesterday. Wesley Snipes lived right here. Davey Moore, the boxer, lived right here. Keith Cowboy from the Furious 5 lived right here. We all grew up on that same block, bro. Wow. How crazy is that? How crazy is that? That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean,
and that's history, because the average person doesn't even know that.
Don't even know that. Don't even know that. And I was friends with everybody. Even Powwow grew up on that block. Powwow from Soul Sonic Force. Powwow used to come watch us flipping every day. He'd be like, "Man, y'all crazy." But he said, "Man, you amazing." He used to stay there and watch us flipping. Oh my God, man. I've been by so many memories. That's
So you
why-
didn't retire. But
Huh?
when did you didn't retire, but when did you retire?
For the circus?
Yes.
I left the circus after a while, and I got into acting. I got more into music. Then I recorded party rap.
Okay.
And Jimmy Dockett, the founder of Star Vision International, had to record party rap at Quadrasonic Studios on 47th Street. That's where everybody was recording at. So he said, you need a second record. He said, why don't you write about the circus? So I wrote about unicycle rap. You gotta hear it. You gotta hear that song. I wrote about unicycle rap, and they put it out. They put it out, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and actually, Alpha Distributors was the biggest distributors on the planet. They only distribute 2 people, Michael Jackson and us.
Oh.
And we had racks like this in the Wiz store, because Wiz was big.
Yeah.
Racks of party rap in the store.
Chopped salad with ranch.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we had a lot of fun though growing up. A lot of history. A lot of things we've seen and done. I remember Michael Jackson used to come backstage at Madison and go to the next Uswald autograph. Ralph Carter, Alex Haley. I remember I met Alex Haley at Madison Square Garden, and he just had Road Roots back then. Yeah, man. So we got a lot of footage, a lot of history, man. Yeah, man.
We
Crazy.
got some right here.
Yeah, man.
You need to make a film about it.
Yeah.
Definitely sure.
Real film about it.
Yeah. Jack been saying that for a long time.
It's an amazing story.
Oscar said we need to make a movie on this stuff. And I said, you've been saying that for a long time. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's amazing. People need to know.
Those are great movies.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, 'cause you know, my first time in the Bronx, I rode up in a Rolls Royce, in Art Blakey's Rolls Royce. Somebody had given him a Rolls Royce for his birthday. Me, Whitney Marcellus, and who's the other person in the car? We rode up to Africa Bambaataa had this building in the Bronx. And in the basement, they had like a club. They wired in, they put their own electricity in.
Wow.
That was the first time I saw breakdancing and I saw turntables.
Yeah.
First. And that's why I saw DST. We talking about DST? He's playing a drum kit.
I know DSC very well.
Yeah. Listen.
He lived right down in the project right next to me.
Listen. He had a drum kit, and in the place of his 2 tom-toms, he had 2 turntables. He had rigged the turntables so they float, and so the vibration from him playing the drums wouldn't move the turntable. So he's playing time, right?
Incredible.
And doing this shit. It was revolutionary. I'm talking about revolutionary.
And I'll tell you what Larry Davis did. This is on footage. I gotta get that footage. Eddie Rivera, remember back in the days when he was doing shows in all the high schools? Think back when Kiss FM was doing it. It was us, the Force MDs, and we performed at Stevenson High School. And Larry Davis made a coffin, screwed the Technics 210s, because it was belt driven. He took the belt off it, mount that shit down, and he was dancing with that shit right with us.
You said a
Like that.
Wait a minute, you
This
said a
is footage.
coffin?
This is footage.
You said a coffin?
You know, that's what you call a coffin.
Oh, okay.
The turntables you put in the coffin.
Okay.
And he was there, and Kiss recorded this. We had a nice fog machine, big, gigantic, 98.7 Kiss FM booms, and they put me